I'm not going to say a single word about the Tennessee Titans record against the Indianapolis Colts because I was a punter, and there's no reason for me to talk about that. With that being said, we did not punt much against the Tennessee Titans, so you probably have no clue who I am to begin.
Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest. It be looking like magic, better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone, eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones, and you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long, pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling, squash a scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion, they see in double, they rushing and pass the shovel, the dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back, never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag, I go full contact, out punch, out kick like a shotgun.
Yeah, welcome back. We are back. I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus. We tried to do the Spaces thing, but that would have some technical difficulties. But you know what? That's in the past. Presently, we're here. We're back. We're excited. We're ready to go ahead and get started. So if you can, make sure that you are liking, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. Make sure that you're subscribing to the YouTube HorseShoe Mob. Make sure that you're going to Twitter, HorseShoe_Mob. And yeah, man, I'm excited to be back with the guys. How you guys feeling, man?
Feeling good.
Good to be back, man.
We're feeling great. We are so great, man. You know how great we are, Chris. I want you to know how great we are. We are so great that even delusional second-year quarterbacks who barely beat a fourth-string running back dropping a pass on fourth down had to talk about us yesterday. That's how great we are.
Well, you know, we're gonna get into that, okay? But first, we just got to get to the fact that, you know what, we're back. Welcome back to the HorseShoe Mob podcast, where we're coming to you with everything Colts, and of course, we're going to slander some people in the meantime. But you know what, we're gonna get to this first. So before we get started, let's just go ahead and get to the guys. I'm Chris Jackson. We have with us Austin Cook.
What's up? I'm Austin.
That's right. We have with us Josue Senor.
What's good?
All right, Mr. with his federale hood. And then we have with us Harish Nukala.
What is up? We are less than 24 hours away from training camp.
Exactly.
It's here, boys. It's here. We made it.
Be there. Excited. So yes. Before we get into anything, though, we have to make sure that you are going to www.fanbattlesports.com, where you'll be able to see everything. You'll actually probably see some great content that's going to be posted on there. I know that I'll be heading up training camp this week, so you'll probably see some articles. I'm going to say you might see some pictures. You might see a lot of different things. So just be on the lookout. Make sure you're going to www.fanbattlesports.com so you can get all your Colts content from us on there. And yeah, man. So you know what? Harish, I like the way that you started us off, because we do have, as Kendrick Lamar said, you know that we got some stuff to address. And he said it a little bit differently, but you know what? You get the gist of it. And yes, so CJ Stroud, the guy who, you know, everybody was I'm going to say lauding for his humility, for his for him being quiet, just kind of like nose to the grindstone. This guy has literally, I think he has to be on a podcast or doing some type of audio appearance every week ever since the season ended. And somehow we've come up more than once.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's, and the most recent comments are, it's weird, because the thing is, it's just like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and discuss this, because we saw the clip. Like,
This is an old clip though. It wasn't It didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen. It just resurfacing.
It just
Yeah.
resurfaced, right?
But still, it's like you're talking in this way when like I said, you didn't win the first game, and as a matter of fact, it's just like they were getting trounced, and I don't use the word trounce often, but I'm gonna use it now. They were getting trounced
By
before
18.
AR got hurt.
They're getting dog walked until Anthony Richardson got hurt.
Yeah, and it's like,
So
really? And,
that's
and,
all
s-
right.
and then now it's just like you got out of that last game by the skin of your teeth. It took a bad passing catch between Gardner Minshew and I can't even remember dude's name. What is his name?
Wasn't it like Goodson or something?
Goodson, Tyler Goodson.
Tyler Goodson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what
It,
Goodson? Oh,
it took a
I
bad
made that up.
it took a bad passing catch or lack thereof from Gardner Minshew to Tyler Goodson for them to even remotely win division. When JT had ran the ball down their throats for the whole entire drive, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, 170 to end the game.
Yeah, so the thing is I'm not getting where this is coming from. But the thing is, it's just like, okay, go ahead, talk your stuff, because to me it's doing that type of talk, you're going to have to deliver in a way that you've never delivered before. And he had a great year. He had a great
I
year.
wouldn't say great. I just say he had a good year. Great would be, he had 30 touchdowns and 3 interceptions or something like that. He had I think it's 27 and 7 or 4 or something like that. So
I mean, for a rookie, he had a really good year. He had Andrew Luck type years. Like Andrew Luck, isn't that pretty much what Andrew Luck put up his rookie season?
Close to it in a way.
he threw a lot of picks his first year, I
You
think.
know what? Andrew Luck won 12 games.
Well, 11-5 the first 3
ele-
years.
Yeah, he won 11. He won 30.
Semantics.
I got you.
But
Dang.
but the weird
Chill.
it's very, very weird. But the thing is also, I mean, for me personally, I don't mind the trash talk because he's been running his mouth all off season. So the thing is, you're going to have to see a lot of these teams that you swore up and down couldn't compete with you.
That's the part that blows my mind. They couldn't compete with us, but we needed a drop pass from a fourth string running back and from a backup quarterback. Okay. And y'all know I love CJ Stroud, but that
Yeah.
we about to beat, man. I cannot. Stroud is
I'm
going to
a-
go back a lot, and I don't think he's ready.
No,
my take on this. I'm on both sides. When you win games, you get to talk, but not talk like that. No, not reckless. Like he talking reckless. So y'all could have made plays. We made plays. We just ended it on a bad play. Like we made plays. I mean, the first play with Collins was a damn fluke. I mean, miscommunication. But you're talking shit when you almost lost to a backup quarterback and a running back. Which I don't know why we didn't have Moss in. I mean, I don't get none of that. But hey, it happened. But you talking like you just blew us out when you only won by 4. About 4, I think. 4 or 5.
yeah, but you know what? It's like I said, this is something that he's gonna have to do because he's talked himself into a hole that he's going to have to handle himself. And so, it's you. When you fly under the radar, it's a lot harder for people to see you as opposed to you just being a big glowing target where it might be a little bit easier to be able to pinpoint and, basically like make yourself into a target. And I mean, that's how I feel that he's doing. I mean, but either way,
But he's not the only one though. His fans are doing the same thing. Well, the team,
Well, I
his
mean,
fan
yeah,
base.
fans will be fans, right? And I mean, we say a lot of outrageous things, and that's because we're just gonna be fans. But at the end of the day, like he played okay in that game. Actually, he actually played really well. He kind of diced us up a little bit, but even though he played really well, they needed at the end of the day they needed a drop pass. They needed 2 things to happen.
they need help.
They needed
Yes.
an 8-string cornerback to miss a tackle on a third and 14 after he got sacked for 20 yards, right, or whatever third down that was, or second down, whatever that was, right.
Yeah.
And then he needed a fourth string running back to drop a low throw from a backup quarterback. At the end of the day, he needed a lot of things, and you need a lot of things to go your way to win games like that, right? It's not always just about, man, we're just better than this team, because they're not. They were not that much better than we were.
No, they weren't. And I mean, and the thing is, it was on
We were
display.
both projected to win 4 games. Like, they were not that much better than we were.
They weren't, and that's another reason why it's just like now, the pressure's on. Like they went out and they made a lot of great moves, and I'll give them that, because the thing is, I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny it from a football perspective that they went out and did what they needed to do to make sure that they built on what they did last year.
Mhm.
My biggest issue is that now you have a certain amount of pressure that is on you to deliver in a way that may not have necessarily been on you. Like the thing is, for you, the division was won with 10-7 this past year. It was won with 9-8 the year before. So the thing is, even if we're trending upward, you're basically having to maybe just win another game. But the thing is, when you start talking and saying the things that he said, you're talking like you're going 13-4, 14-3. And that to me is just like that's the craziest part about it. And wait, hold on. Somebody got a comment for you, Harish. This is, oh my God, Harish Nukala, relax. Why are we talking about a guy that's going to play a first place schedule and played a last place schedule last year? I see a Dallas downfall. And
Oh, yeah, for sure. I didn't know if that was for or against me. My bad, man.
no,
I was like, are you agreeing? Yeah, I mean that's a tough schedule they have there. So we'll see what they're really made out of this year. But yeah, I was very excited to hear CJ Stroud thinks that the Texans are just miles better than the Colts.
But the thing is, all of us gave credit to the team for their win. I mean,
Sure.
we didn't feel bad for ourselves. It was like, hey, good win.
Yeah.
Despite
They were sure.
needing help from us, our failures, needing help from Tennessee to beat Jacksonville to get in.
Yep.
We didn't say none of that. We didn't say none of that. We just said, hey, we took our L, y'all won, fair and square, whatever. But to come out where the fans were calling CJ Jesus, Christ Jesus, and just overload with hype, but saying everything, saying that old ass Hunter is going to chase down Anthony Richardson and attack him. Like, you guys didn't do that last year. He cooked you guys for 14 points. Like he was like 14-0, just like that. You had
Who's chasing
nobody.
down Anthony Richardson?
The heel Hunter.
Okay, let's be real now. See, this is the thing I'm talking about. They're slowly turning into Titans fans to me, right? It's like, man, look at us. We got Calvin Ridley, who's gonna be like the second best receiver in the league, but he can't run routes. No. You guys are making that up. No, it's on film. Go watch it. Like, there's multiple routes where he has no idea where he's going. Oh, y'all are just a bunch of haters. Come on.
well,
man.
yeah. Well, but the thing is, and we had that discussion today, where when we're talking about things, because mind you, it's just like Calvin Ridley wasn't doing much of anything last year, and it's just like it was pointed out because, like I said, he wasn't doing it on Jags team, but then he goes to the Titans, and all of a sudden it's like it's a different discussion, and to me it's just like I think I've seen enough from Calvin Ridley to know that he's a guy that can go for 1,000, but he's not a guy that is going to be a wide receiver one, and he's going to absolutely take your offense to the next level. To me, it's just like he's that mid card guy, because the problem is this is somebody who really has only ever delivered when Julio Jones is playing in the one spot. Like he's not delivering.
He only
with that.
delivered when there was a icon or elite receiver on the other side. He haven't delivered when he's the main guy.
Right.
That's what you're saying, and I get that. And that's what mainly what all of us been saying. We're not saying he's trash. That's overkill. But
I'm saying he's trash. He's washed. I honestly, don't think Calvin Ridley's going to do all that much in Tennessee.
Well, so the thing is, remember they also said that when Diggs was signed to the Texans, they're just like, oh yeah, Diggs is washed, and then they're saying, oh, Ridley's going to be good, but Diggs is only a year older than Ridley.
I'm terrified of Diggs though, but Diggs was a baller with freaking Kirk Cousins. Now he's got the most Dang it! Now I gotta kiss his ass again. Now he's got one of the most active quarterbacks in the league throwing him the ball.
Good evening, Kev. Good evening.
There's a difference. He literally went from Kirk Cousins to young CJ Stroud. If there is one guy I'm terrified of,
Well,
it
and
is
Josh
Stephon
Allen
Diggs.
in between. So
And Josh Allen, who just throws the ball up and prays. I mean, that is one guy. I do think that connection is kind of scary. But I'm sorry, I'm not afraid of Mountain Boy, Mayo Boy to Calvin Ridley, who can't run a route. Now I don't know, Leslie. I don't know. You're going a little crazy here, man. I don't.
You said Calvin Ridley would be now.
That's
No.
pushing
Let's
us.
not get too carried away.
So the thing, if we're being completely real about it, so that whole conversation only came up because they had like wide receiver rankings, or they started talking about Calvin Ridley, and then they started to talk about like wide receiver rankings in the AFC South.
Yeah.
And I think it's just Briggs had him at like 7th in the AFC South, which for me, I was just like, that's a little bit low. But then somebody started talking about, it's just like, no, I'd rank Ridley over Pittman, which I was just like, no, we're not doing that. Because the thing is, it's like with everything that Calvin Ridley has been able to do, Calvin Ridley has had a quarterback. He had a quarterback last year. He had the opportunity. And mind you, we saw that when he was with Matt Ryan, he was a wide receiver too. Back when Julio was getting double teamed, he was able to take advantage. He got like 1,300 some yards. Cool. But the thing is, for me, Michael Pittman has had to play in multiple offenses with multiple quarterbacks and still has been able to deliver to the tune of the year that we had Matt Ryan, 99 receptions for 990 some yards. Because they had to dumb down the offense to make sure that they didn't get Matt Ryan killed on every snap.
I got the list. You want me to go over the list?
Go for it.
So in the rankings, they have all the Texans in the top. They got Diggs number 1, Collins number 2, 3 Hopkins, 4 Pittman, 5 Dale, 6 Kirk, and 7 Ridley.
Who's ranking for these?
More sort of Texans
rankings. That was Briggs. I think that was Briggs rankings for that one.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I didn't know if it was Dallas Clark or Briggs.
In what world is Michael Pittman Jr. not the second best receiver in this division?
That's what I'm saying. Like
let's be honest with your Texans fans are telling Nico Collins was nobody until CJ Stroud showed up.
Yeah, I think they're going off of last year specifically. I think that's the biggest thing.
Didn't Michael Pittman Jr. have 1,000 yards with a backup quarterback
and 100 catches?
And 100 catches? What are we talking about? Like, they're just slowly turning into like the delusional Titans fans. Like every year, something minor happens, and it's like, oh my God, we're gonna win this. Like this year, like, wow, we're gonna make the AFC Championship game, bro. You haven't even sniffed the AFC Championship game, yet alone make it.
Yeah,
and that's why I made my comment when Nico got paid the same amount as Pittman. I'm like, well, he shouldn't be paid that amount because he only played one good season. He only had one
good year.
Yeah.
Listen, and this might be a hot take. I would take Brian Thomas Jr., who's the rookie for the Jags, over Nico Collins.
We haven't even seen him play yet.
But here's the thing. I know what Brian Thomas Jr. is as a receiver in college.
Me too.
And he was a better college receiver than Nico Collins was. And Nico Collins was like a 6th-round draft pick or a 5th-round draft pick.
I think it was 3rd round.
Whatever.
I think it was like 3rd or 4th round, something like that, from Michigan.
I mean, whatever, right? But my point is, I look at this list: Diggs, Nico, Tank. There's just nothing here that's not like, man, Michael Pittman Jr. is probably the 2nd best wide receiver in this division. And that's only saying, and it's only saying he could be the best because we don't know what Stephon Diggs is going to do in Houston. We're just assuming that based on his previous work and his age and all this other stuff, that he's going to be the best receiver, right?
Yeah.
The
Correct.
moment something doesn't, but we know how Stephon Diggs works. The moment something doesn't go well, he turns into a completely different receiver. And Michael Pittman Jr. does not do that.
He's the same across the board.
He's the same guy. He's the same guy that I've seen Michael Pittman Jr. catch a football in between three guys while getting his helmet ripped off in midair.
And help us in position to win that game.
Yeah, like I have never seen Calvin Ridley do half of that.
Well, yeah, because Calvin Ridley is generally running the wrong route.
Yeah, because he can't even run the right route to have an opportunity to do that. So, anyway, those rankings are bull baloney.
Wait, there's more. There's more. They
There
said
can't
that
be more than
they said Tank Dell should be in the top 100
Of what?
of the NFL player list.
Top 100 what?
Players.
In the league?
Because they're saying they're saying that he should be in the top 100 of players from last year because of the fact that he had
played like
700
games.
he had 700 some yards, but then he
And
didn't
6
finish the
touchdowns.
season.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? Based on those stats, I think Anthony Richardson is one of the top 100 players in the league. Hell, Anthony Richardson had 9 touchdowns and went 4 quarters.
Well, let's also go ahead and for context say that Aaron Rodgers managed to make it to the top 100 after only playing approximately 47 seconds of football last season. So,
That's
But
true.
hey, he did last longer than Will Levis.
Jesus Christ. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, I mean, since you put it that way.
Yo, don't leave quick release Levis alone. So we're gonna.
Did y'all point out the fact that all of Tank's Dell yards came against 3 teams, all 3 with bad defenses? Arizona, he had 149 yards. Tampa Bay, 114 yards, and Jacksonville, 145 yards.
Oh dang! So he did get a good.
And then his highest yard total beyond that was against us, and he only had 72. And that was in September, in a game that they lost and were getting blown out in.
Okay, for context, that makes a lot more sense.
Hey, since we like to look at numbers.
But
that's like a top 100 player in the league. Okay.
Well, so with that being said, yeah. So you know what? Let's just get into it because we're tired of this. CJ's gonna have to back up everything that he says, and it's gonna be glorious to watch him try.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Can't wait.
Yes.
What is it, September 9th? Can't wait.
But you know what? The best part about it is that we are that much closer to football because training camp starts tomorrow. We are back. We're so back. So we are experiencing what we've waited for all this time. And Leslie said, "Oh my God, LOL," probably because of Josh's comment, which we are not going to repeat because we're not going to do it. We're just not going to. Like, there's no point right now. So yes, training camp starts tomorrow. I will be there. I won't be there tomorrow because I'll be driving up, but I will be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Very excited to be able to go. Yes. So with that being said, how are we feeling now that we know that we're out of sports purgatory right now?
It's exciting. We haven't seen football in a long time. So just to be able to see a little something will be great.
Yes. What about y'all, Harish, Josh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be really excited like Texans fans were today. You know, like CJ Stroud was throwing against air, and they're like, "Man, look at that throw!" When Anthony Richardson runs like in the open field and nobody's in front of him, it's like, "Damn, he's so fast." That's tomorrow. He's so fast. There's nobody in front of him.
Yeah.
He's like Sonic out there. It's insane.
Well,
He's kind of like Sonic out there. No, I'm very excited. Obviously being a Texas fan, I'm so excited to see Adonai Mitchell this week or when training camp starts. Like this offense as a whole is something I'm banking this season to be. It's probably the best offense we'll see top to bottom, or we have seen top to bottom from a talent perspective in a very long time. It's even hard to imagine that we put together a good offensive, talented offense. I mean, could we argue this is top to bottom, like put together offense, talent wise, the best offense we've seen since Peyton has left?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I think so. Because
Right?
because if we're being honest, the Luck era was literally carried by Luck. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Luck and Ty, and then it
And
was a
Philip Dorsett.
significant
Yeah,
gap
yeah,
between
yeah.
who else was there. So,
Yeah, and Chris's favorite player, Philip Dorsett. Yeah.
whoa,
Who
hey,
else?
hey, whoa, Dante Moncrief, watch your mouth.
Oh, no, Dante Moncrief was a beast, but he ain't no Mitchell.
Well, yes,
But yeah,
well, you got Andy Mitchell.
like seeing Jonathan Taylor healthy, and everybody's healthy, right? Like this is probably the healthiest offseason we've had in a long time, where it's like we're going into training camp and this team, this offense at least is 100%. The defense is 100%. We've got what we've got. I'm just so excited that this finally,
But we like the group we have.
like it finally means something, right? Because it's like, wow, we've got a group. We're not going to thinking about, oh man, the wide receivers are maybe good. Oh man, Jonathan Taylor is picking his nose in the bus, hoping that we can get a contract.
That's why I'm excited as well.
So I'm very excited for this offense. That's the one thing I'm really, really focused on.
Oh yeah. All right, and so with that being said, because I know that we said that we're kind of focused on who are we like most excited to see, and like I said, we can go offense and defense. You can go strictly offense or strictly defense, but who are we most excited to see? And I'm gonna say for this one, Austin, you kick us off.
I'm excited to see Juju Brents. Hoping he made a big jump this offseason. Just hoping to see something out of him.
Okay. What about you, Josh?
Number 97, Latu, the rookie.
Yeah.
I've been on that train since he got drafted, man. I'm gonna stay on that train until week 1 when he chases CJ 10 yards back. So I'm gonna stay on that train. And that's on defense. On offense, I'm with Harish, man. Man, look, number 10, the guy with the chip on his shoulder, the guy that everybody thought that was mad that he got drafted in the second round, which he's only mad because the guys in front of him got drafted because he was slapping his face. He got a chip on his shoulder, and he has the opportunity to be wide receiver number 2 to take Alec Pierce's spot. So it's gonna be an uphill battle with those two guys. So I want to see number 10 on that field, getting those reps, getting the chemistry built down with AR. And I mean, we can't overstate that we all of us want to see AR, healthy, get another year on his belt, polishing up his skills, whether it be in the RPOs, passing the ball. Everybody's, all the outsiders been talking about him being accurate, but shit, he looked pretty good to us last year. So just excited to see him.
Yeah. And then what about you, Harish?
Yeah, obviously I'm ready to see AD Mitchell. But on the defensive side, I'm actually curious about Jalen Jones. I've mentioned him a couple times over the course of the offseason. We need that third corner. I think we're really set at corner, but can Jalen Jones? I think to me, he was the one guy that resembled the most to like a QB, a corner 3 if there was one. I'm very curious to see what he takes as his next step. But if there's one guy, there's one guy I'm obviously excited about. It's AD Mitchell, but I'm very curious about Jalen Jones and seeing if he can be that guy that can help solidify, quote unquote, because I think this front 7's very good. I think the defensive line, finally we have our defensive line is going to be really good, and it's the most talented defensive line we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And then the linebackers are going to be fine. Like I think they're going to be great. But that secondary, if Jalen Jones can pin down that corner 3 spot, that second outside, man, I think this team can take off, and it could probably cover a lot of faults that we have on the back end at strong safeties. So very excited about Jalen Jones.
Hey, you know what I think, and this is somebody who, I mean, we're always excited to see him. Zaire Franklin, and we're not excited to see him, just because. We're excited to see him because now he actually broke into the NFL's top 100 on the NFL Network. So voted into the top 100 amongst his peers, which, I mean, like I said, you have a bunch of different positions on the field, and he managed to go ahead and get in. I mean, to me personally, I feel like he should have been higher. Probably should have taken Aaron Rodgers' spot, being that Aaron Rodgers shouldn't have been 92. But you know what? Like I said, we'll take it for what it is. Congratulations to Zaire Franklin. For me, combination offense and defense. Excited to see Josh Downs. We've saw him do a lot of route work, do a lot of footwork. I mean, he looks like he's going to be an absolute pest on the field, and we saw exactly what he did. I mean, last season, 68 catches for 779 yards, I believe it was. To be able to do that,
771 or something like that.
Yeah, 771, somewhere around there. But to be able to have that type of output, and then kind of having the offense a little bit limited, I'm gonna say towards the end of the season. I mean, honestly, I feel like he's due for a breakout. And then I think like Austin said, Juju Brents. Juju Brents is somebody who, and we can be honest. We've seen the rumblings about the fact that we want a veteran quarter. We want somebody else as far as a veteran in the secondary. And, I think that Juju has the chance to kind of prove everybody wrong. I mean, I think last year he just had problems getting on the field due to injury. It would never had to do with talent, because we saw that he had games where he was able to, play at a really high level. So if he stays healthy this year, I think honestly he's going to be able to buck the trend of us not being able to do good when it comes to corner. And I see him just being able to just really, really have a great breakout year this year. And just like I said, remain healthy and just show the world it's just like, hey, y'all don't need another corner because I'm here. So, I think those are my two. But whoever you guys have as far as who you believe is going to be breakout candidates, who you believe is going to, be, I'm going to say, show up in a major way for the team, make sure that you're commenting, make sure that you're putting all that in the chat, because we definitely want to hear it, or putting it in the comment section. And so, I mean, you know what? And I think the biggest thing is also going to be, we just really have an opportunity to potentially see this team just be healthy. I think, as was stated before, this is a chance that we have to see the team, I'm going to say, at full strength, being able to run at full speed and not have to necessarily worry about, whether or not we're going to have to go with this whole next man up philosophy, whether or not we're going to have to refer back to depth, because God, I hate the depth word. So and if it works out for us, then absolutely, I think it's going to be something that works perfectly. But I like I said, I think staying healthy is of course going to be like the biggest thing this year, because we absolutely need that, hands down.
Yeah, like you said, last year we had JT situation, but this year we don't have that.
Yeah, we don't.
So
we don't have any situations. No, nobody's gambling. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's, and man,
I'm not even gonna say it, but this has been a very calm off season. So yes, calm. Yeah, we're gonna go with calm, because I was gonna say something else.
It's been very tame.
Exactly. And you know what? We're not gonna keep saying that, because the more we say it, the more I feel like there's going to be some untamed stuff happening. So we're
right. As much wood as you can knock on him, but
exactly. Pause. But like, we're gonna make sure that we go ahead and but you know what? But like I said, we are very, very excited to be back. Like I said, just expect for there to be a lot of content coming through because I'm going to be all over the place out at training camp. Also, and like I said, we're gonna get out of here because, like I said, we will start making sure that we have that. Remember, there's going to be, I believe, there's going to be a presser tomorrow from Shane Steichen, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Um, I'm gonna say probably like maybe after training camp session is done. So just probably look out for that. Maybe this like I think they go from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. In the meantime, we are going to, and like I said, I know that we announced it before, but for those who didn't hear, you're about to hear it now. HorseShoe Mob and Sick Podcast Anvil Show, our good brothers over there at the Anvil Show, we're going to be doing a fantasy football league with them. Winner gets the bragging rights, and the loser has to go live on their platform and say some scripted things. Of course, they're going to be of the PG to PG-13 range because we are a family podcast. But we will make sure that we go ahead and keep you guys updated. And as a matter of fact, the next update that we have is make sure that you watch them this Thursday on YouTube. Make sure that you search up Sick Podcast Anvil Show, turn on your notifications because they're actually going to have former Colts writer Bob Kravitz, who's actually going to be doing the coin flip. The coin flip is going to determine who ends up with that first pick in the draft. It basically goes as follows. We are going to, each team has 4 players. So for each team, like for us, we're going to basically just do a randomizer, determine the order. And then what they're going to do is when they flip the coin, whoever wins the coin flip, that team is either going to go 1, 3, 5, and 7, or they're going to lose, and then they're going to end up going 2, 4, 6, and 8. So Bob Kravitz is going to be flipping the coin on Thursday live. And as a matter of fact, I think we can coordinate that with Pat. I don't know if you guys are available, but we could hop on with them just so that we could do the coin flip with them. I mean, like I said, if you got time, if you got time, we got time. We got time. Austin, you got time?
I'm not sure.
Listen, I know you're gonna be a little bit busy with Tennessee on that college football 25, but listen, you got time. You got
They
time.
suck anyway.
Jesus, that is rude. But yes, so this Thursday, I believe they go live at I think it's 6:30 to 7 Central or 7:30 to 8 Eastern. But either way, make sure that you are going to either the YouTube or the Facebook Sick Podcast Anvil Show. So this way you'll be able to keep it updated. And then what we're going to do is once we have the orders and everything done, September 3rd, we are going to be doing the fantasy draft live right here. So September 3rd, mark your calendar. That'll be that Tuesday. We are going to be doing the live fantasy draft. And yeah, don't miss it because we are going to be, it's going to be crazy. So let's be on the lookout for that. But in the meantime, guys, we are. Oh, and hold on. He said everybody else is having all the problems with contacts and holdouts. Yeah, and we don't. So you know what? Sounds good. Because CD Lamb, he's sitting out. I mean, people are just sitting out all over the place. You know who's not sitting out? Nobody on the Colts.
Nobody on the Colts. We're all practicing. 100% full health. Ready to go.
None of them. You know who's reporting to training camp? All of them.
All of them.
ALLUN. All of them.
All of them.
All right. So then with that being said, guys, tell the people where they can find you on social media, starting with you, Harish.
You can find me at the Uncle Gandhi, and then if you're a Texas fan, as I am, you can find me at the Longhorn Fan Battle Podcast with my boy Tim Wayne, Thursday nights, 8:30 p.m. Central. We're doing some really cool content with College Football 25 this week. I'm going to make a team builder team, and we're going to ask our followers who they want to name on the roster, so they can name any player on the roster, any name they want. And we're also giving away a copy of the game. So follow us Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central at the Longhorn Fan Battle Podcast.
Absolutely. You need to have me out there for real. So, yep, we're going to do that.
Yeah, we'll talk about A.D. Mitchell as a Colt in training camp. because we'll probably talk about that this week.
Oh, see, there we go. No. I'm talking about having me on the team builder team.
Oh yeah. Just send me what
Because-
name you want to use for your guy, and I'll change him. I was trying to make the team tonight, but my wife is playing the game, so I can't make her. I can't make it right now.
Okay, because I was gonna say you don't even have to worry about all that. I got my name, Gustavo Salamadovar.
What position is
It's Gustavo Salamadovar, and he's a
What
cornerback.
position is Gustavo playing?
He's a cornerback.
Corner, on the defensive side,
That is correct.
like
Yes.
defending the ball.
Yes.
Is
Extremely
Gustavo-
well, if I might add.
Is Gustavo a freshman?
He will be when you create him.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll hit you up about that one. We'll talk about that.
You're welcome.
Salama Vandar.
The Salamadovar. Jesus Christ. Okay, Josh, tell the people where they can find you.
On socials, it'd be Who is Josh Senior?
All right, and then Austin, what about you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at CookieAustin2.
All right, and then you can find me on Twitter at CJ Colts fan. Make sure that you are tuning in. Like I said, to get further draft coverage for us, make sure that you are going over to the Sick Podcast Anvil Show on Thursday. Therefore, you can watch the coin flip. And yeah, so other than that, have a great night. We will see you next week. And as always, please remember, because we know she's so adamant about it, that Sam loves Jalen Ramsey. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you.